Hi, everybody. I just got in from our trip on the Sea Star. We were out all day on the Sea Star and just made it back from Oceanside, so that's why I'm late today. But I am here. Fun day on the water today with Captain Joe and everybody. I'm glad I made it back. A little late, about 15 minutes late, but I'm here. Hopefully, some of you will join me. There you go. There's like 10, 12 people already. So I am here, and hopefully we can talk fishing today. Just a reminder, this coming Saturday at Lake will be our first ever kids event we're doing with the Almani Police Department. And that will be this Saturday at Lake. Normal hours, registration starts at 8 o'clock, fishing starts at 9, and it's over at 12. Hey Oz, hey Alan, Mitch, hey Robert, Jose. Jose's all the way from Las Vegas. Thank you guys. Yeah, I've been up since 4 a.m. and we were on the Sea Star today. So that was fun. Hello Tim, hey Ron. Chris, how you doing? We saw a bunch of whales today too. That was pretty cool. Blue whales. Lots of sheephead today. Yeah, so just a reminder, the thing we have this Saturday is going to be with Almani PD, and here's the flyer for that event. And we have our same partners with California Department of Fish and Wildlife Fishing City Program, us, and the Almani Police Departments. So it's pretty cool. Hey Oz, thank you for your super chat. Appreciate it. Hello Jose. Hello Chris. See, people are saying hello to one another. Yeah, so this is what we have going on Saturday at Lake. I know my normal volunteers will hopefully be there, but if those of you want to bring kids, family members, come on, join us. It's kids only fishing till 1 p.m. After 1 p.m., anybody can fish there, and tomorrow morning the lake will be stocked. And tomorrow morning, too, Almani PD will be at the lake to protect the fish. Frank wants to know, when are you coming up to Northern California? We'll be there the last week of September. And there's spots still available on those trips. Let me give you the link here. You can go to my website at sport-fishing.com and use this link here to see all the trips we have for the year. And then a week from Saturday, we will be leaving for Alaska. And we had people sign up as recent as 2 days ago. So there is some room available if anybody would like to go. We still had that. Oh, Terry had surgery for her broken elbow. I'm glad that was successful. Yeah, if anyone's interested to still go to Alaska with us, I think there is still room available. And you can use this link to call Dave up there, and he can arrange to get you booked to come fish with us and be in our group. We will be taking over the whole lodge, so that would be cool. Hey Dylan, my cousin from Northern Cal, works for the fire department up there. How are you doing? Yeah, so the next trip we have is the Stardust, June 19th. And it's a pretty inexpensive trip, $125. We'll do that. Mario says, long time, hope you are well. Hello, thank you. Henry, what's the best knot for tying braid to fluorocarbon? There's only two knots I really like, and one is the double uni knot, and the other one is a John Collins knot. Gabriel, good evening. What area of the park is going to be fishing? The only area that we're using for the park will be the northern lake, the lake closest to the 60 freeway. So for registration and everything, you want to get off the 60 freeway, the Pomona freeway at Santa Anita, and pull into the parking lot there in Santa Anita. It's $7 parking, but you want to use that parking lot, and it's the closest to everything. Do not park on the dirt across from it, because they are writing tickets now. So don't do that. Yeah, Dylan, you should have went to Mexico with us. It was awesome fishing. My friend Rocky Carroll that was with us, one of Kenny's customers, caught 2 marlin, caught wahoo, got roosterfish, got dorado, got pargo, got jack crevalle, just got a ton of fish. I got a couple of marlin too. I didn't get any dorado. Rocky brought those in, but it was fun. Weather was perfect. Fishing conditions were perfect. It was just great. And I really liked being there early like we did this time because there was so much bait available. We got into those pargos so thick that we bought bait 3 times. We bought 3 times while we were fishing the pargo. The captain was calling the bait guy over and just filling us up with bait all the time. Hey Ron, hi Alex, how you guys doing? Again, if you want to join us on a fishing trip, the next trip we have is the Stardust. It's going to be on June 19th, and we have only 10 spots available. So there's only 10 spots available on that trip. And I'll put the link for that specific trip. And here you go. And then Saturday we have the kids fishing event at Lake, and then the next day Sunday I have a private charter. Rocky chartered my boat, bringing some friends of his, and we're going to be fishing Catalina Island on Sunday on my boat. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to getting back over the island. Was there last week, and it was kind of tough conditions. So this week we're going to try a different side of the island, and hopefully we get more bass because Rocky loves to throw plastics at the bass. So Dylan says he's going to try to go with us to Mexico next year. And he says the halibut fishing out of San Francisco Bay has been really good. Yeah, I've been seeing you post some pictures out there with you catching fish on your boat. We have a trip on Alaska. We have room on the Alaska trip next week. Dylan, if you can get away and join us, that'd be cool. Jose, how can I get more information? June 19th trip. I just posted the link right there, Jose, and let me put it for you here again. So here's the link, and you could click right on that link and sign up right there. Kevin, Aaron will not be there on Sunday. But I don't know if you saw the pictures that she posted on her Instagram this week. They were amazing. Jerry McCarty was with us today. Let me see if I can show you guys Jerry's photos. So here's Jerry McCarty. Let me see, I think I have to dump him here first. Let me try this. Okay, so Jerry and his son caught these today. So Jerry caught this big cabezon, which the captain said that was the biggest cabezon they've caught in over 5 years on his boat. So a big cabezon there that Jerry McCarty's holding up, and his son Jason caught the biggest sculpin of the day, and that's what that fish is there that they're holding there. So I posted these photos on Instagram today while we're out there. And then this is Jason. Let me see. Yeah. So this is his son Jason. And Jerry and Jason are both going to be joining me in Alaska next week. And there's 2 of the sheephead that they caught. Quite a few people got limits of sheephead today. There was lots of sheephead there, and they were biting pretty predictable on the shrimp. Frank, have you ever fished out of Monterey, Santa Cruz, Half Moon Bay? I have fished out of Monterey on my own boat. I towed it up there. Have not fished out of Santa Cruz or Half Moon Bay. And we've never been invited by the resorts up there, lodges, or any operations to do that. Yeah, Renee, you should join us on the trip on the Stardust. We are hoping to do white sea bass fishing on that trip. So Robert, I think, is on that trip on the Stardust. And then here's a picture of Jason and Jerry. I just had them pose for me. The 2 of them have been fishing with me on different trips for the TV show for over 20 years. So, like I made that little video that I posted. I've made the video in Mexico, posted it this week about celebrating my 38th year on television. And I thought I should acknowledge some of the people that have been there for most of that, like the McCartys, Jason and Jerry there. They've been fishing with me over 20 years. So they've been big supporters all that time. So it's really nice. I appreciate that. What else did we catch today? There's another family here that was on the boat today. Jim, Renee, and all them. They fished with me quite a few times. Renee's fished with me since she was 12. I won't say how old she is today, but it's been over 20 years. So here's Renee, her dad, and her brother, and they were all kids. Renee there in the middle was 12 when she started fishing with me. And I'll just say it was over 20 years ago. But I won't say how much more over 20 years ago. It's pretty good. Nacho is watching us from El Paso. Cool. Nacho, do you live in El Paso or are you just visiting El Paso? My family is from El Paso. Yeah, Chris, come sign up and fish with us. Yes, Scott at a park there, the Bass Fishing Club. You guys fish there all the time. Yeah, there was plenty of fish to catch. You had to work at it. There weren't a lot of calicos. We did have some calicos, a few nice ones. Let me show you one of the nicer ones that we had today. We had, I don't know, maybe only like 6 or 7 legals, but this was one of the nicer ones. So there's Captain Joe and our angler there. The nice sized calico bass. That was a good one. And he got one more that was bigger, about 4 pounds, maybe 5 pounds. Was another nice one that he got. So that was good. I only had one legal bass today, but did catch quite a few shorts. Also, Nacho is working in El Paso. Mr. Evans there, I will be in the Bay Area the last week of September. Last week of September, I'm there for the weekend. I'm fishing on the New Huck Fin and the Sea Wolf. And like I said, we have all our trips posted on our website. You can see them there. Let me see. The New Huck Fin right now. New Huck Fin only has 7 spots left. So if you guys want to get on that, you should sign up soon. There's only 7 spots left. And the Sea Wolf has 15 spots left. So there's room there. So it's the last week in September. Come join me on those trips. Be lots of fun. And like I said, we do have a trip coming up on the Stardust on June 19th. And then the week after that, we will be on the Clemente out of Dana Wharf. And all these trips will be filmed for television. Here's the link again for the Stardust trip. And we planned that Stardust trip so that if hopefully the white sea bass will bite, and then we'll be able to catch more than one fish because of the season regulations and stuff. But if you guys, like I said, for those of you that want to book Northern California or San Diego, go tuna fishing, anything like that, we have all the different trips you can see right here on our website, and they're all available there. And we're having more people signing up for our private charters on my boat. So if you'd like to do a private charter, only 4 people on my boat. Here's a link there that you can see that. Like I said, I'm taking Rocky and some of his friends this Sunday on my boat, and we're going to head to Catalina. But if you'd like to book your own private charter with me, you can do that, and we'd be glad to take you out. All right. Let me see what other questions I see here. Oh, there's James Brewmeister. He was with us today. And his family is the one I showed you guys. That's James is Renee's dad. So they had fun fishing with us today. It was fun. They're always fun to fish with. And Renee was nice enough to bring lunch for me and John today, cameraman. So thank you very much for that, Renee. Greatly appreciate it. As a reminder, today is brought to you in part by our friends with Boomerang Tools. And of course, B52 Bucktails and Magic Metal Jigs, which you can still get the discount 50% off until the end of the month. Okay. Yes, Lake is on Saturday, June 1st. Here's the flyer for it. So that's good. Mr. Salcido, that is the information for Lake right there. June 1st. You want to use the parking lot on Santa Anita off the 60 freeway. Everything will be set up at the northern lake. The lake closest to the 60 freeway. Hey Tamara, how you doing? How did you do in your San Diego trip? Did you catch any tuna? What did you guys catch that day? Hey, Jeff is on. Hello, Jeff. How you doing? I know Tamara went out of San Diego. I thought she was going to go tuna fishing, but I haven't seen her on here for a while, so that's why I just asked her if she did any good, if she caught anything. I know, it's too bad you can't go with us on the trip out of Santa Barbara. We're going to be right in your backyard. You should go with us. There's only like 7 spots available. Bring the dog to your house for one day. Hey Annette, how you doing? Nadine says that her husband and her will be booking with us soon. Cool. So are you guys thinking about coming with us on the Stardust? Or are you thinking about a private charter with me? Okay, guys, I have 50 of you on here now, but only 35 likes. Can we get more likes, please? I would appreciate it. Hey, Lloyd, how you doing in Las Vegas? Oh, so Tamara says she ended up not going on the trip out of San Diego. So she decided not to go. Okay. Philip says he loves my fishing tips. If you guys want to ask me questions, I'll be glad to answer them. And if you have some technical tuna questions, Captain Jeff is here right now. Jeff Engel runs a tuna boat or private charter boat. He'd be glad to answer your questions too. So don't be afraid to ask any questions you might have. If you have any questions about fishing mammoth and all that, Kevin is on right now. Kevin Kozai. He just got back from fishing Crawley and fishing up there. So he can answer your questions about that. Yeah, Daniel, I started late today because I just got in at 7:15 from Oceanside. We had a filming trip today on the Sea Star, and I made it back late. So with traffic and everything, I didn't get home till about 5 after 7. By the time John and I got the truck unloaded, it was 7:15. I ran back here and to my little studio so I could talk to you guys. So Nadine says definitely on the Stardust. Cool. Yeah, so sign up and come with us in the Stardust, and that'd be fun. Yeah, today we had a lot of sheephead. Jerry McCarty caught a bunch. Jason caught some. Brewmeister caught limits for him. He caught enough for him, his daughter, and his son, Kevin, to limit out. So that's how many he got. And there was plenty of sheephead to go around. I think I caught a limit of sheephead today too, which I gave away to people, so that was good. So Jose says he missed a couple of the live episodes because power got knocked down for 4 days because of a tornado. It came through the Houston area. That's not good. Tamara, I know Jeff has been tuna fishing, but he says it's been hasn't been the easiest of fishing. Mark says, "Hey Dan, wanted to say I've been watching your show since I was a little kid. You are an inspiration to our community for decades. Thank you. I wish the fishing industry would feel that way. I can't get any support from them trying to get sponsors or anything like that. So if you have any connections or if you know any companies that would like to advertise on my television show, please send them my way." Tim says he needs to go on a day-and-a-half tuna trip. I think a lot of people feel that way. Philip wants to know, heading out to Avila next week, what weight B52s at 300 feet? At 300 feet, you're probably going to need to use 2 1-ounce bucktails. So I would use 2 1-ounce bucktails like these. And I would put probably a single tail grub on the end of that. And a 16-ounce sinker probably. And fish them in a double dropper loop rig. Okay? So you can put, different colors if you want. But 2 1-ounce ones should be fine. And that will work out. Just put a strip of squid. If you're fishing in northern Cal, like Emeryville and all that, like on the Sea Wolf and New Hook Fin, you don't need to put any squid or anything on the bucktails. There's just so many rockfish up there that they just attack them without anything on there. Hello, James. Yeah, we have 60 people watching now and 50 likes. So it's getting closer. Thank you guys for liking. Yeah, Jose, it sounds like that was pretty scary having a tornado come right by you there in Houston. Is there any good fishing in Havasu Lake? I have a couple of Vegas people on here. I don't know if any of you guys can answer that for him, for James. So John, the tuna slayer, is going to go on the Black Pearl. So I guess you're going to go all the way up to Morro Bay. That's where they run. Tamara, come fish with us. Come with us on the Horizon and come with us on the Malihini. We love to fish with you on our boats and our filming trips. Please come join us. If you're looking for 2 trips to add the Horizon trip with me and one of the Malihini trips. That would be cool. Um, okay, so I don't know how far the fish are away, Nacho, but if you see Jeff's comment, he says he recommends 2-day trips, and he says that most of the tuna being caught right now, especially on his boat that they're doing, are all caught at night. And when I was last talking to Jeff, he was saying that on his boat they were having the passengers sleep during the day and fish all night. Old Dad Outdoors. Dan, have you ever seen Owens Lake? No, I haven't been to Owens Lake in a long, long time. So it sounds like the Endeavor is going to be fishing San Diego. I didn't know that. I thought they only stayed up north. Oh, the Excalibur. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Excalibur's out of H&M Landing. Yeah, my parents are leaving for Dallas this weekend to visit my niece, and they're a little worried about the weather. So Henry says he went fishing Balboa Pier, and it was really slow fishing. They had red tide. There was some red tide that we ran into today off south of Oceanside. So Joaquin says that Lake Havasu was good, but Parker is better. So I'm guessing that's trout fishing if you're going to go to Parker. Yeah, that was a fun trip on the Black Pearl when we caught those tuna. Jose, what kind of fish on the Stardust? Well, I planned this trip on the Stardust that week in June, hoping the white sea bass would be around. It's close to the full moon time, so I'm hoping it'll be white sea bass. If it's not white sea bass, then it will be rockfish. But we have the option if the surface fishing are biting, the white sea bass are biting, that's where we will go. Um, yeah, so Cool Arrow, like I said, our goal is to hopefully get into white sea bass bite, calico halibut bite on the shallow waters, like 90 feet or less, and fly line and stuff. But if we don't have that situation and we have to rock fish, I would be prepared for everything down to 600, 700 feet or shallower. So if you have an electric reel, I would bring it. Um, but I would be prepared because you don't know what's going to happen. James, if you haven't fished Northern California, you're going to like it. Go fish on the Sea Wolf, go fish on the New Hook Fin. Let them know that you're friends of ours. They'll take really good care of you. Those two boats are great out of Emeryville. Yeah, Tim, they have canceled salmon fishing in the whole state. So if you want to catch a salmon, you got to go with us to Alaska next week. So Tim's asking Jeff, what's the hot jig for tuna right now, since they're catching them at night so much? Let me see what he says. Well, Tamara, you can sign up on the Horizon if you give us at least the I think it's 2 or 3 week notice. We'll give you a full refund, so you don't have to worry about that. Do you, so, Dad wants to know, do I know if the halibut is a natural occurring fish or proposed breeding fish? Yeah, nobody came up with the halibut or the sand dab other than God, I guess. But yeah, they're not bred to look like that. When a halibut's actually born, it's got an eye on either side, and then the eye migrates over so both eyes are on one side. But yeah. Wow, did you guys see what Jeff put there? On their last trip, the best fish they were getting was 350 to 425 feet deep. 500-gram jigs. That's deep. That's really deep. That's almost 500 feet deep. Yeah, no, there shouldn't be any debate over halibut. They're a natural fish. Nobody breeded them. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, sir? Jonathan's an old friend of mine. No longer lives in California. I think he moved out of state. And Jonathan, you'll be glad to hear this is my 38th year on television. Jonathan makes movies. I know he directs movies. I think he also produces movies. So, hello, Jonathan, and welcome to the group. I think this is the first time you've ever been on here. And he's watching us on Facebook. So, that's cool. Harold says, "What? Hey, Dan, are you just." Oh, so Harold just got back from Alaska 5 days ago, and he got some big halibut and 3 salmon. That's cool. Chris Long says, "It's been 45 years since the early teens. I know they have." Oh, okay. Yeah, Tamara, we'll all be sending prayers out your way for your in law. Nobody, it's not good when anybody has to go through that. Wish for the best. I'm happy to hear that Terry had successful surgery for her elbow that she broke. She has broken so many bones in her body just in the last year or so. But that one Christmas, you broke both legs. Now you broke an elbow. Hopefully, you get better soon. Philip, I had my wife watch some of your shows, and she got some great ideas on how to cook fish. That's good. Glad I was able to help out. You're welcome, Tamira. KC fan. Hey, Dan. What line should I put on my Penn Senator 6.0 for tuna? It all comes down to what you're fishing for. What size tuna? Most people don't use a 6.0 anymore. They like to go with the smaller 2-speed reels, or if you're going to fish for big tuna, something like this, an international size that's 2-speed is what they use. But a 6.0 would be fine um, if you're going to fish 100-pound fish. I guess you could go 150-pound tuna on there, but it's nice to have something with the 2-speed on it. I would guess you're going to put 80-pound Spectra on it and 60, 80-pound monofilament, 100 yards on top. I don't know, maybe we can ask Jeff what he recommends to put on a 6.0 reel for tuna fishing. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate your support. So Harold was in Homer, Alaska. Yeah, Jeff. So he's asking for a Penn 6.0. What would you recommend for line? Would you put 80-pound Spectra and then 100 yards of 80-pound mono or 60-pound mono on that? Because normally on a 4.0, I would fish like 40 or 50-pound over the Spectra. Okay, so Jeff says on the 6.0 probably 100-pound Spectra, and then you could put the 60 to 80-pound top shot on top of that. You don't want to fish straight Spectra. I will put some top shot. Joaquin, I don't know enough about Shelter Island to tell you about the buoys and where the main channel is and all that. That main channel is right there that goes out to sea, but I don't know exactly where the buoy is that you're talking about. In the main channel, you have to be careful because the military base that's Shelter Island, um, some of those areas are restricted, but those rocks all the way out in San Diego into the entrance there, it's pretty good fishing. And there's lots of spots inside the bay, great fishing. And back in the bay by the bridge, Coronado Bridge, is pretty good for bonefish and stuff like that too. So there's lots of great areas of fish there. Yeah, so Jeff is recommending on that Pen 6.0, go ahead and put 100-pound Spectra on it, and then depending on the fishing situation, if it's all smaller fish, put 50 or 60-pound 100 yards of mono on top. If it's bigger fish, then put the 80-pound mono on top. But with that 100-pound Spectra on there, it'll give you the choice to do that. And that is a big reel, so like he's saying, 100-pound Spectra would probably be a great choice to put on there, so you're not just putting a ton and ton of 80-pound Spectra on a reel that big. James, so what is yours and Rim's advice on halibut and striper? Okay, so last time I was up in Emeryville, I caught all my stripers on a 1-ounce B52 bucktail, and I'd put an anchovy on the end of it, cast it out, and just wind it back, bounce it back slowly. No problem catching my limited stripers in 15-20 minutes. It was pretty easy. And I was just using 25-pound tests, 50-pound Spectra on the low profile reel, 400 size reel, 50-pound on the bottom, 25-pound mono on top. And a B52 bucktail 1-ounce is what I used. And then for the halibut, you can use a bucktail, or what most people do is kind of what old dad's talking about. They'll fish with a 3-way swivel or dropper loop rig. If you're going to use a dropper loop rig, I recommend a reverse dropper loop rig, so your weight is in the loop and then the hook comes up off it, and that works out pretty good. Normally, Jose, when I see people use hollow Spectra, it's 130-pound and heavier, but I'll let Jeff answer that question. Trial and error. If you want to catch some nice halibut, join us in Alaska. We'll be going to Alaska next month. I'm sorry, next week. A week from Saturday. We're going to be going to Alaska. And if anybody's interested in going to Alaska with us, here is the contact information for Shelter Cove Lodge. And you can contact them, talk to Dave, the owner, and he can put you in with us. And then for the fishing trips we have for the TV show that we're filming, a lot of you have been asking me about different trips. Trips out of Emeryville, trips out of Santa Barbara, trips out of San Diego. Like the trip I was on today was out of Oceanside. Again, everybody, here's a link to our website. Just go there. You can see all the trips. You can fish with a lot of us are going to be on there. And that will work good. Yeah, you don't want to use lead core for tuna fishing. Lead core line is something you use for trolling for trout in lakes. Do not use lead core for fishing like striper fishing or live bait fishing, like Jeff says, it won't let the bait swim right. Only use lead core for trolling for trout. That's how I would see it. And it sounds like Jeff agrees with me on that. Tim, how is the flight situation to Alaska? Yeah, so the travel, Tim, for Alaska works this way. You get to Seattle, however you want to get to Seattle, and then Seattle, everybody switches planes, flies from Seattle to Ketchikan. So some people I have are coming from Texas, and I think one guy's coming from Michigan. They're not flying Alaska Airlines. They're getting to Seattle, and then they're taking Alaska Airlines at Ketchikan. The package price for the resort things like $4,200. It's over $4,000, and $600 of that fee is your flight from Ketchikan to the resort and back. So there isn't an extra fee for that. They added it into the package. That's why package seems a little bit more expensive. So that flight is not Alaska Airlines. It's a private charter company that they use, and it flies you from Ketchikan to Craig, Alaska, and back. So that works out pretty good. Trial and error. The parking lot for the Triton and the Gale Force and the Sport King is the parking lot for the Maritime Museum. So for the Maritime Museum, that is the parking lot. It's free, and you just get there and park. There is no tackle shop there. There won't be a tackle shop for about 2 years, as that whole area is being redeveloped right now, and there won't be an office there. So you just walk right down to the boat. Makes it nice and convenient and easy. You just have to have all the gear that you need, which if you don't have it, don't be afraid. They sell everything on the boat. If you just need some hooks, they'll give you hooks for free to use on the boat, but they will charge you for sinkers. And you have to have your fishing license. They don't sell fishing licenses there, but if you don't have a license, they can give you an 800 number. You can call and get a license. But if you're going to go on the Triton, the Sport King, or the Gale Force, please have your license ahead of time. Okay? Please have your license ahead of time. If anyone's interested in booking a private charter with me, there's the link for that. And then on June 5th, I will be on the Gale Force for our June meet and greet trip. So if you want to fish with me at Catalina, that trip will be June 5th. You can join us on that. And June 5th trip. June 5th. June 5th trip has 15 spots available. I'll put the link here. I will be on the trip. It's not filmed for television, but if you guys want to fish with me, I will be there, and be glad to see you. All right, Kevin, I'll see you tomorrow at the office. And just a reminder for those of you that are volunteering to be at the office tomorrow, we are going to be meeting at 10 o'clock to get to get the truck all loaded up and see what supplies we need for the kids event that's going to be happening on Saturday, this coming Saturday, June 1st. All right. So June 1st is this event. So please, please come join us, bring the family, and be cool. Yeah, and supposedly now, guys, you can buy your license and keep it on your phone. You don't have to have it printed out, from what I was told. Haven't tried that yet. I'm going to try to see about doing that, using their app and putting the license on my phone. But you can do that. And it's good for a whole 12 months. Cool. Thank you, Daniel. All right, guys, here's the last reminder about all the filming trips. There's the links there. Come on, join us. All right, it's well after 8 o'clock, and I've been up some way too early. So I'm going to say good night to you guys. Yeah, the app is brand new. It's only been out like a month or so. So you can use the app and get your fishing license. And supposedly you can store your fishing license in the app too. And for the longest time, the state never recognized licenses that weren't printed pieces of paper. And now that they are, take advantage of it. So that's what Jeff says. He does it online, but he also prints out copies of it, has copies of it. Yeah, Joaquin has a good point too. Take screenshots. I try to keep a paper license with me, but do that too. Hey Pete, how you doing? All right, guys. Oh, I'm gonna call it a night. I've been up since way too early. Thank you for joining me. Stayed on long because I was late, but thank you guys. Jeff, thank you for answering all the questions. Tamira, it was nice seeing you here. Annette, Robert, thank you guys for joining us. Jose, thank you for joining us. And from Houston, all of you from Las Vegas, all of you from Northern Cal, thank you guys for supporting us. And a lot of you made comments on my YouTube video about acknowledging my 38 years on television. Thank you for all those sweet comments, nice comments. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And it means a lot to me. And all of you that helped me with the Youth Foundation, all the volunteers, thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at my office, and I appreciate all your love and support and your help with the Youth Foundation. So good night, everybody. Be well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye. Hopefully I'll see you Saturday at Lake Lake. Come Saturday at Lake Lake. Come by and say hello. Goodbye.